All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the setup here. The locations are sniffed for the rest of the game. Interesting. Alright, so let's see what this says here. 6 of the locations in the scenario begin play with a face-down Meowsk enemy beneath them. The Houndstooth eventually, yeah. Let's see. 6 of the locations begin play with a face-down Meowsk enemy beneath them. During this scenario, a location with a face-down encounter card beneath it is lousy with cats. It has no inherent game effect. However, some card effects may change depending on whether or not a location is lousy with cats. If the encounter card beneath a location that is lousy with cats enters play or is removed for any reason, that location is no longer lousy with cats. Okay. So let's see here. Flavor text. Do you guys want the flavor text read out loud? Or do we not really care about that? I don't care too much. And it doesn't seem like chat does either, so I'm just gonna skip it. We're just kind of gonna go through the decisions. I'm gonna follow a foul stench. So let's see, I must decide, confront the barfy cat or follow the cat to its lair. I think I'm gonna confront the cat. So we'll go to intro 4. Begin play in Slobbertown. Okay. Proceed to setup. Alright, so we've gathered all the encounter cards. We've put all the locations into play. Alright, so find and shuffle the 7 Meowsk enemies. Remove one of them from the game. Okay, so that one just gets removed entirely. Place one of the remaining Meowsk enemies beneath, or face down beneath each of the following locations. The Asylum, the City Pound, the Doghouse. There's one there. The Doghouse. The City Pound. The University, the Boneyard, and St. Mary's. And the Boneyard. Okay. Alright. Set Meow the Thotep aside, shuffle the remaining counter cards, and you are ready to rock and roll here. Alright, alright. Investigators at a location that is lousy with cats. Spend 2 clues as a group to add the card beneath that location to the victory display. If you're at a location that is lousy with cats, flip the card beneath that location over and spawn it at that location exhausted. Our objective at the start of the investigation phase, if no locations are lousy with cats, advance. Alright, well, we have our first objective here. Get a bunch of clues and get the cards out from beneath the locations. Spend 2 resources. Barkham has no leash laws. Take yourself for a walk. Move to snout side. Group limit once per round. That's funny. 3 shroud and a single clue. Okay, let's go ahead and shuffle up and see what we get here. Oops. I think it's 2. There we go. Not a bad opening hand. Let's see. Pathfinder and Fieldwork is a nice combo. The Discombobulator is also kind of nice because it's just a free evade. So maybe we can pitch the Eureka and pitch this for now. Hold on to these. Gain a couple resources over the next turn so we can play the Discombobulator. Yeah, alright. Let's draw 2 cards. 2 cards. So yeah, not bad. Lab Assistant is nice too to help us draw into stuff. Now I kind of wish we had a little more resource generation. Let's start with playing Pathfinder. Let's play... Do I play the Lab Assistant or do I play Fieldwork? I think I'm gonna play Fieldwork. Second action. Oops. And then, currently at a 3D, I think I'll investigate 5 versus 4. Or 5 versus 3. And that's a -1. I'll go ahead and grab that clue. Alright. So that's that. Upkeep. Resource card. Get an Inquiring Mind. 1 Doom 4, and our encounter card is a squirrel! Ah, it's a squirrel, you have to chase it. Test agility 4 for each point you fail while I lose an action. Oof. We're currently 4 versus 4. Man, that is brutal. Yeah, we'll go 4 versus 4. Oof, that's a big oof. All right, well, that's our turn. We don't have any actions, but we can at least move. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move over here to Snout side. Which spawns with a single clue and has a fast action to spend 2 resources. And you chase a delivery truck to the north and move to tail side. A bless token. Add that right now. Alright, well, that's annoying. Stupid squirrel. No enemies, so we'll go and right into upkeep. 2 resources and we get guts. Okay. 2 doom of 4. We get Scratching Paws. Test agility 3 for each point you fail by take a damage. I think I'm gonna commit Inquiring Mind. There is a clue at our location. So that'll put me 7 versus 3. That's a -2. Let's pass. Okay, we finally get a turn. Let's investigate. Alright, it's 1 versus 4. That's a pass. We'll grab our second clue. So does it cost an action? Does not. Let's go to the university. Let's Pathfinder. Let's use Fieldwork. Alright, so Mutzkatonic University has 4 shroud and a single clue. Has an action to draw 3 cards. Limit once per game. Has another action that says discard cards from your hand with a total of at least 3 intellect skill icons on them, and remember that you brushed up on your cat physiology, and has a victory point as well. And this location is currently lousy with cats. So let's go ahead and spend our 2 clues. And let's put this in the victory display with this. And we add the Hisser in the Dark, the cat that came back. Nice. Cool. Second action, let's investigate 6 versus 4. Bless? Oh, come on! No. Man, I stopped playing Arkham for like a week. You gotta be kidding me, man. Alright, so we moved, investigated. Let's play the Discombobulator. That'll end our turn. There's no enemies, so we'll go right into upkeep. We're drawing a Occult Invocation. 3 Doom of 4. We get a Gaze of the Ceiling Cat. Test Willpower 5. For each point you fail by, you must either lose a resource or choose and discard a card from your hand. This effect forces you to lose all your resources and discard all of your cards you feel really creeped out. Let's at least commit this, I guess. That'll be 5 versus 5. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, yeah. I lose all of my stuff. Oh, that's brutal. Good thing I played the card that turn. Let's, should have started with an extra card, but that's okay. That was my fault. 4 versus 4. I think what I'll do is I'll just move with Pathfinder down here. We find St. Mary's Hospital. As an action to draw or heal 3 damage. You're not happy with it, though. You can take a damage to parlay. Test Intellect 4 to schedule a visit to the vet for a cat that is physically painful for you. If you succeed, remember that a cat has an appointment with a vet. Alright, and it spawns with 2 clues and 3 shroud. Let's test 6 versus 3. Oof, -5. Okay, 4 versus 3, I guess. Goodness gracious. Alright, let's 4 versus 3 again. Let's see, -X. X is half the number of the Meowsk enemies in play in the victory display. And attached. Rounded up. I'm going to assume that's a -1. I'm assuming the enemies beneath aren't in play, technically. So I'm going to assume that's a -1. And that's actually a pass. Not sure if I'm playing that wrong, but we'll see. Thanks, Manson. Alright. So, upkeep. Unexpected Courage. The agenda will advance. The summoning is complete. Now one of the myriad Meowsk of Meowlithotep prowls the streets of Barkham. It is up to you to put an end to this menace before its true master is unveiled. Let's see. If no locations are lousy with cats, advance to Agenda 2A. If at least a location is lousy with cats, find the one that is furthest from all investigators. Flip the card that is beneath that location and spawn it at that location. I believe that would be here. The Mewling Hunger, Capricious Twins, 2/5/2. Hunter, oh, it's 2/6/2. It has an action that says if you scored some tasty food parlay and the hungry twins have been placated, they curl up happily in a box and fall asleep. That's funny. Otherwise reset this. Okay. And our encounter card is an ordered cultist. Any empty location forest at the end of the mythos phase, place a doom on him. All right, he's gonna have to die. 4 punches, quite a lot though. Let's put him here. Okay. So I think what I want to do is try to get a clue first. We could go up to the university, go to a 6. So I think I'll do that. Because all the locations are connected to each other, so let's... So yeah, first action we'll investigate 6 versus 4. Very nice. All right, grab this clue. Second action, let's draw 3. Because I need cards. All right. Oops. Then let's last action move. Let's move back here. The Boneyard. 1 shroud, 2 clues. After you successfully investigate Boneyard by 2 or more, place a resource on it as a bone. What did you expect? If there are one per investigator bones on the Boneyard, nice. That's a lot of bones. Remove them and remember that you bury the bones a few meters from where you found them. And it spawns with 2 clues. All right, that was our last action for the turn. So let's go ahead, move to enemy phase. This guy is retaliate. This guy is hunter, so he's going to move. And we'll go to upkeep. Draw a flashlight. 1 doom of 4, and our encounter card is a stubborn cat. Attached to the location in play with the most clues. A cat is lying on all the evidence at this location you obviously can't investigate, and then you have to test willpower or agility 4 to shoo the cat away. If you succeed, discard this card. Which I believe is our current location. It is. Let's at least add this to the victory display. And then this guy will get a doom. So next turn, that's going to advance again. So we can do a couple things here. Let's start with doing that test. I'm going to commit Inquiring Mind to it. I will do the agility test. So it's going to be a 7 versus 4. Bless. Woo! Nice. There we go. So I get to sniff my location or a connecting location. I'm going to sniff a connecting location. Gonna sniff there. This goes away. Sweet. Second action. I think I'm going to investigate. One versus 2. Let's commit Eureka. Let's go 5 versus 1. Really, dude? Really? Oh my goodness, that's so annoying. Damn. Let's just investigate again, I guess. That's a pass. Is it by 2 or more? It is not. Be by 1. Right. I'll grab a clue at least. Enemy phase. Okay, we'll move. Okay. Upkeep. Draw manual dexterity. Alright. We reached the doom threshold. I believe this is the furthest one. Nope. It's this one up here. Up at BArkham Asylum. A cat riding on a buy-a-cat. Let's see. 243 Hunter. If you've learned the bark of the outer gods parlay, you outperform the aforementioned bark, flies away and stays, and you add this to the victory display. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for an estranged cat and spawn it at your location. Okay. Let's draw a card. Mischief and Chaos. Test willpower 4. If you fail, choose an asset you control and slowly push it until it falls off the table. If you can't, take 2 damage. Cards that fall off the table this way are removed from the game. Let's go to 5. 5 versus 4. Woof. Alright, I will slowly push the discombobulator off the table. That's rude. Alright, their turn looking like here. We could first action investigate. Maybe... No, I want to save as much cards and stuff. So let's investigate 4v1. Nice, there we go. Alright, we've also done the bones things. We've grabbed 2 clues. My 2 or more plays a resource on it. I don't know if doing that action is worth it. Let's Pathfinder move. Let's spend our 2 clues. Oops. Oh my goodness. There we go. Clue, resource. That's great. All right. So this one is the one where we need food, and this one is the one where we need to learn the bark. What do? Probably gonna need to move again at some point. What I'll at least do is investigate here. We'll grab that clue. 6 versus 3. Nice. And I guess I can sniff this location. And then let's see, what am I doing here? Last action. I think what I want to do is draw. Yeah. Okay. Right, enemy phase. We got a bunch of stuff going on here. This guy will move this way. This guy's gonna move this way. He just has retaliate, so he just hangs out. Alright, let's go to upkeep, excuse me. Draw a lab assistant, there we go. Okay. 2 doom of 4. And another mischief and chaos. My goodness, this card's annoying. Just gonna slowly lose all of our assets to that thing. Let's only put maybe 1 up. It's committed anyway. Let's go 1 up. Yep. Yeah. Well, I knew that was gonna happen anyway, so it was likely to fail. So I guess I'll get rid of the field work. Okay. And then what's our turn looking like? Let's play Lab Assistant. Okay. Let's move this way. So first action, play Lab Assistant. Second action, evade. 1 versus 4. Let's commit Dex. Well, actually, let's Invocation and discard a Dex. So we'll go 5. That'd be 5 versus 4. Most we could go is 6 versus 4. Let's go 6 versus 4. Alright, there we go. Bit pricey, but worth it. Alright, so this guy dies. So we get some more time. That was our second action, so third action, we're gonna have to move here to Beast Town, and this thing is gonna hunt and engage us. And we'll have to evade it next turn. Let's... This thing is gonna be creeping up on us too. Let's do that though. So we'll go up to Beast Town, which unfortunately would only let us head to Slobber Town, which is unfortunate. Alright, and last action, move. Yeah. Alright, well, it is what it is. Enemy phase. We'll get engaged by the cat riding on a Bayek. Take a horror and a damage. The Mewling Hunger will move up there. And then we'll go to... Go to upkeep. Okay, Deep Knowledge, good draw. 2 doom. And our encounter card is a Estranged Cat. 3/1/2, any empty location. Force, after it enters play, place a doom on it. When it would be defeated, it runs away to the discard pile, but isn't injured at all. Please, I'm not a monster. Any empty location. Let's just spawn it down here, I guess. So we need to... We need to score some tasty food, so I'm assuming we gotta go to the doghouse for that. And then for this, we need to learn the bark of the outer gods. Okay. Let's start with evading. Let's go 6 versus 3. That's a lot. I believe that is a -3. Half the number of enemies in play, which is 2. 3 in the victory display. So yeah, so it's a -3. Still enough to pass, thankfully. So we'll draw a card and evade this thing for now. Let's move over to the doghouse. Parlay 5. Oof. That's a big oof. Fine clothes would be very good. Let's deep knowledge. Okay, we draw the dog monocle. Let's last action burn the midnight oil. 2 versus 4. -1. Let's pass. All right. Unfortunately, we're gonna get checked here. Let's put him here. He'll ready during upkeep. And we draw a foul odor. All right, after you perform a skill test at your location you have sniffed, take a horror. You can spend an action and discard it and unsniff everything you've sniffed. All right, 3 doom of 4. Or no, that would be enough to advance, unfortunately. That's a bit of a bummer. Dweller in the Deep? Don't ask how. It's +1 health. If you've brushed up on cat physiology, parlay. You inform the Dweller of the Deep that it has no gills and therefore cannot breathe underwater. The universe self-corrects for the paradox and the Dweller ceases to exist. Because this doom would go away. And then we'll put that there and put a doom on it. All right, there are no locations lousy with cats. Advance. Okay, so I do flip this card back over. Okay. Then we drew the estranged cat, and then that was our turn. Okay. So let's see. I need to probably go to the asylum to learn the bark. Could also go to the pound, potentially. Probably 5. That's brutal. Start with playing the dog monocle. That'll give me a +1 to this. So we could sniff. Let's see, if we play the dog monocle, don't really have anything that helps us test it. Well, what we could do is play fieldwork. See, if we play fieldwork and then we move back in. gonna get engaged by 2 enemies this turn. Which is unfortunate, but I don't think there's anything I can do to stop it. I think what I'm gonna do is just get rid of this, because I think I'm gonna want to sniff my location next turn. Let's see, so we sniffed here and sniffed here. Alright, so enemy phase. This thing will move here. These 2 enemies will come and engage me. Alright, so the lab assistant will bite the bullet. And then I will have to take 1 and 2. Alright, upkeep. We draw another deep knowledge. We're at 1 doom of 4. And we draw hunted by Biocats. Or it gets put into play into your threat area as an additional cost to perform any of the following actions: move, fight, or investigate. You must spend 1 resource in cat food to appease the pursuing Biocats. At the end of your turn, test intellect 3 to get rid of it. Alright, well, thankfully we can evade. And then spend a resource. Alright, let's start with evading the Dweller in the Deep. 2 versus 4. Alright. Second action, evade, 2 versus 4, the Mewling Hunger. That is a pass. Okay. I will move. And it's not an action, so I don't believe I have to spend a resource. So we'll move over to the City Pound. Alright, so the City Pound has 3 clues, or 3 shroud and 2 clues. As an action to gain 3 resources. Action, spend a resource parlay to test agility 4 to convince the employees to part with some cat toys. If you succeed, remember that you possess a ball of yarn. It might be more beneficial for us to move here and go from there. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, because I'm gonna need to brush up on some cat physiology. So that's gonna be my turn. This thing will move to here. Upkeep, these will ready. Oh, there's the internal injury. That sucks. Alright, let's test this. I would have had to have spent a resource. Ugh, brutal. Alright, well, I gotta place a doom on the nearest enemy. From failing that, would be this guy here. Alright, that's that. There's 2 doom here, plus the 2 doom that we're going to be adding to the agenda, which will cause us to advance. On your tail, revelation if there are no enemies in play, gain surge, otherwise place a doom on the enemy with the nearest to you and test agility X. Where X is at evade value. If you fail, it attacks you. So we're testing 2 versus 4. Oh, come on. So I take a horror. It doesn't engage me or anything though, right? Yeah. Not the end of the world, but still annoying. Alright. Let's Pathfinder. Let's first action play Deep Knowledge. Okay. Gonna have to spend a resource to move again. So we'll move here. And then we'll do this action. And we'll discard Milan, Art Student, and Monocle. And we have brushed up on cat physiology. So that's handy. Fortunately, this guy's going to come in and hit us. And then we're going to take a damage from internal injury. And then at the end of our turn, we'll have to test this. Woof. Come on, man. You're killing me here. Other enemies, let's see. Here. And go to upkeep. Okay, Milan Christopher. 2 Doom of 8. Counter card. Cats in the Mist. Let's go 5 versus 3. For each point we fail by, we're gonna have to take a horror. Curse. -3. That's rude. So we take 1 horror. I guess we can put on the old dog monocle. Alright, fine, be that way. First action, we're gonna have to evade this thing. Let's evade. 5 versus 3. That's a -3, it's not gonna be enough. It's in the bag. Should have been anyway. Did I draw all 3 of them already? I might have drawn them all. Nope. Apparently I just thought I'd clicked it. It's in there now. Alright, well... that sucks. I think that's game over. Because we'll die to the internal injury if we can't do anything else, which is unfortunate. Yeah, that's game. All right, well, that was fun. It's a pretty good scenario. I could have potentially had, like, done this earlier, and then I could have not had to deal with that, but, you know, I wouldn't have known that going in. But not bad. So I'd assume that this would have advanced. And then I would have had to deal with Meowlithotep. Spend a clue to deal at 2 damage. Yeah, it's not a bad scenario. Yeah, it's pretty amusing. All right, so we're gonna take another quick break here, and then I will be back with Man from Lang, and we're gonna pick a standalone to play. So stay tuned for that.